wonderful, fantastic, lurid, macabre. These are the stories of my life. Unlikely though they might seem, it must be understood that each has its roots in absolute truth. Some of these tales may amaze you. Some may shock you. Some might even horrify you. But whatever the case might be, each is guaranteed to entertain. So sit down to a handsome repast and remember to proceed with caution.
Hello, and welcome to yet another snack and a story with yours truly. I'm on location this time at the house in which I am sojourning for a bit, just to look after the dog and such and all that, and also just, I suppose, for holiday, you could call it, I don't know. But I'm actually filming this the day it's supposed to go up, on Friday, the 11th of June of 2021. So as soon as I'm done filming this, it has to go up. So if you don't see it at all on Friday, that's on me. That is my fault. So you might even see this Saturday. I don't know. But anyhow, let's get right down to it. So, as promised in the library tour, I was going to share with you a story about this little contraption here. This here is a PEZ dispenser in the shape of a bat right there. This is from 2008. Don't know if you can see that, but it's 2008 right there. So it's a fairly old product. And I did intimate in that video that the the accompanying story to this little knick-knack here is very disgusting. A lot of people thought it involved buttocks and such, but no, not at all. Wait until you actually hear what this is about. You will just be repulsed at just how gruesome the story is behind this. So we're just going to put this little thing right here. And as you saw from the previous video that I did a couple days ago, which one will I get? I left it up to you to decide which one I'd get. Well, that didn't prove very useful because I seem to already have gotten one. And it's, which PEZ dispenser I get. And it's the T-Rex there from Jurassic, not Park, but World. Now, I'm going to go ahead and open this and just, I suppose, load it up and get on with the review. This thing hasn't been open for about 2 weeks, so I'm going to go ahead and just open this the best I can. Well, there it went. So there's the packaging that will just completely destroyed. And we'll just set that aside now. And here's the PEZ. You can see that this is also just like a mini review of this PEZ dispenser of this little T-Rex here. You can see it's in okay likeness to the T-Rex in the film Jurassic Park, that is. Although really there should be some ridges atop of this snout here. And you know, these little not horns, but brows should be a bit more protuberant. But anyhow, it's an all right likeness. You can see there's some battle damage on there from the raptors. But, and the teeth, really. Oh, actually, the teeth are painted. That's a very nice detail. You can see there, hopefully. But, yeah, there's a very nice, oh, it's very stiff upon first opening. I've not actually had any PEZ candy in about 10 or 15 years. So this is a first for you and me. And it comes with, I suppose, 3 candies, or 3 varieties of sweets here. It comes with raspberry, cherry, and what my brother thinks to be probably the only PEZ that's worth trying. Grape. Oh, and it says to clean this thing before you use it. Well, I'm not entirely sure how one would go about cleaning this, so I think I'm just going to wipe it with a paper towel or something. So I will be right back whilst I do clean this little apparatus here. Okay, so after a quick, I suppose, run through with a wet paper towel, I suppose this is clean enough to where, oh, I just knocked this poor fellow down, to where I'd be able to use it for the review. Well, not review, story. And I suppose, really, I could start telling the story as I'm loading this thing up. So sit back, get yourself a snack of some variety or other, perhaps a drink as well, and just listen as I regale you with this little story right here. Oh, this stuff is sticking to the sweet. No, it isn't. Okay. Oh, well, one just fell and broke. Ooh, geez. This is disastrous. All right, well, let's hang on a minute whilst let me see if I can do this on camera. I might be able to. Maybe. Yeah, I think so. And I don't know if you noticed, but this grape doesn't look very grape to me. It looks not very purple. It looks more like a bubblegum type of a flavor. But apparently it is grape. So who knows? But indeed, get yourself a little nosh to tide you over whilst I tell you this very obscene story. Believe you me, it will be obscene and rather gruesome in bits. So got this thing fully loaded up, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that thing right there, and I will get on with the story. I will first eat this little candy, this little bit of PEZ that had crumbled. So on with the story. Oh. What is it? I'm sorry, the dog is here, and she craves attention. So do forgive me if you see my hand moving off to the side. It's because I'm petting her. But this PEZ candy, actually, these are fairly. They have a bit of a flavoring to them. I don't know if this is grape per se. Well, maybe it is. But the texture to them, it's almost like... Oh, God. I don't want to say nerds. But most... no, I would say nerds. Except without the coating. What is it? Without the coating all over them. It's actually all right. So, as you know, the story at hand... What? Okay, that's enough. The story at hand has to deal with this here, this little bat PEZ, and I'll go ahead and tell it. So let me just get another little candy here. I'm going to use it with this clean hand and not my dog hand. That's enough. And I'll tell you. So, I'm not sure if any of you know this or at all. I might have explained it, but then again, I might have not. But I have always collected many things. It didn't matter what I was collecting. I would collect a whole bunch of things. I'd collect little figures of, Super Mario and such and all that. I'd collect Russian nesting dolls. I would collect clocks. And also, among those things, I would collect PEZ dispensers. and was just looking to see if I could find, ones that are like really unique and such. And yes, I know, I'll pet you soon. And basically, come here. And so, I would just find various PEZs throughout the years and such, and had amassed a fairly large collection. I'm not exactly sure how many pieces I had, but I had a fair few. Almost bit my tongue there. Also, you might notice that this T-Rex here is not film accurate in terms of the eyes. They're all kind of beady and black, whereas in the film they're yellow with the black iris in the middle, in the center. So that's not at all accurate. But yeah, I used to collect PEZ dispensers. I had quite a few. I think you've seen one of them, the Snowman and such. And I collect also the Muppet PEZ dispensers, and they didn't start making the Mario ones until later, like after I started collecting them, or after I stopped collecting them, because I was collecting these things when I was around 8 until I was around, 13 or so. But I would just search for these different PEZ dispensers and such, and I wouldn't use them so much as I would just have them for display purposes and such. And, I just thought they were a nice little collectible thing. They were small, they didn't take up too much space, and the heads were in the shape of neat little characters like that. So that's why I collected them. This is also my only snack. I had a bowl of cereal and some cashews, and I'm having this, and this is all I would have had today. But I'm going to have a big dinner, hopefully, we'll see, shortly after this, so I don't know, who knows. But anyhow, I would collect these things and, just look for various varieties of PEZ and such and all that. And I'd get them used. I would rarely buy a PEZ new, unless, of course, I'm doing a video talking about PEZ. That's a very rare case in which I do buy a PEZ new. And so, because I would buy these things used, and I wouldn't use them, to eat out of, it didn't really matter to me what the condition of them were. Well, of course it mattered the condition, obviously. It had to look fairly decent and such. It didn't have any paint scuffing and all that. But as to the integrity of the actual cleanliness of this thing, I was not at all concerned whatsoever. 5% battery left, so I've got to wrap this up here pretty soon. So I would just collect whatever random PEZ, as I said, in whichever condition it was in. Very kind of unsanitary, if you think about it. So, yeah. Which brings us to the circumstances which caused me to get this little number right here. This little bat PEZ right here. Yes, this bat here. I found this. This was like during the time I didn't really collect PEZ all that much. I was sort of dwindling down. I was like 15 or 16 when I found this, but I found this at my mother's shop and such, and thought it was a very interesting looking thing. You can already see it's very very unusual looking there. It's very creepy and such and all that. It's an evil looking Pez, to say the least. Nothing at all like this. Well, I don't know, that looks pretty evil. It's a T-Rex, right? So, I think she's asleep now. The dog, that is. So I got this, and just said, it's a Pez. I collect Pez. I may as well have it, just to have it. And I collect also, like Peanuts Pez's and such and all that. Never really any Disney ones, but just unique Pez's such as this. And when I was, for the rest of the day, I really didn't refer to this at all. I guess, put it in my pocket and just went about the rest of my day. And never really examined the actual Pez itself at all. I never really did examine any of these. I just, liked that, they were cute little representations of these characters here. And so the need to examine them was pretty much useless, really. I thought. But I pulled this out a few nights after I had bought it. Not bought it, but had acquired it. And basically, I was fooling around with it. And I noticed that, well, of course, I can't show this because I don't have anything in there right now. But there was this little... There was I'm shaking a little canister of pills here off camera, but there was something inside of this. And I was thinking, what in the world is that? Oh no, there wasn't something inside of it. Or no, there was, but I don't know. Either way, I decided to open it, and this is disgusting. Get ready. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Not a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and actually give you a few seconds to actually guess what it is. Maybe type down in the comments as to what exactly you think was in this Pez, and try and see if you can guess it right or not. So I'm going to give you a little bit of time to do that, and I'll go ahead and reveal to you exactly what was in there. So go ahead and do that. Are you finished? Okay. So I open this thing here very slowly and such like that. And then inside of there's nothing in there now. But inside of there is a human tooth. And I thought this to be very unusual, to say the least. And then I proceeded to show this to my brother, who thought this very disgusting, and I proceeded to show this to my mother, who thought this to be exceedingly disgusting. And so basically we disposed of the tooth. We didn't know whose tooth it was. It must have been the tooth of the previous owner. And then basically they wanted me to throw this away because, it was a used, PEZ. So why keep it? And especially since there was a human tooth in it. So I didn't throw it away. But even if I were to wash this, if I were to give this the wet paper towel treatment like I did this one, I probably won't use it because just because there was a tooth in there. So That was a video I made. Yes, sirree. That was a video I made. I regret every single moment of this. I regret buying this thing for around, I don't know, $5 at my local sweet shop. I regret even mentioning that this thing here had a story behind it. I regret it. I do. I don't even know why I still have this. I guess just because it's a neat old PEZ and it's a bat and it looks unique. But you can say that about any PEZ, really. There are neater looking, more older PEZs out there that are not like this, but are very similar. But I still have it, and I probably will have it until, I don't know, the very near future. But for now, I will not see myself using this. And for those who actually said that they wanted this PEZ in the tour, I don't think you're going to want it after you've just heard what was inside of this. So that is it. That is the story. The PEZ story has finally been told. I hope that it lived up to your expectations, or perhaps it didn't, and in which case I am exceedingly sorry. I hope also that you just enjoyed myself experiencing, PEZ candy for the first time in, I don't know, over a decade. And tune in next week for yet another snack and a story. Hopefully one that's not as gruesome as this. And I hope you all have a good morning, midday, afternoon, evening, midnight, whenever you plan on seeing this, in whichever country you're in. And we'll see you around, and cheers.